Bonjour, we are going to see in this video our series about le passé composé in French with myself, your French tutor Pascal, and FrenchSpanishOnline.com, where you will find exercise. The part 3 is about the auxiliary verb être, le passé composé with the auxiliary verb être. The structure is of course the same. You need a subject, the auxiliary verb, but this time the verb to be or être, and the past participle. An example, je suis resté. Je suis is our auxiliary verb, je suis. Resté is the past participle of the verb rester, which means to stay. So here we have a past event and it is I have stayed or I stayed. Je suis resté. So how we know when we need the auxiliary verb être or avoir? Well, you will find on my website this graphic. You can print it or download it. It's free. And you have all here the list of the verb that require for le passé composé the auxiliary verb être. Naître, venir, entrer, arriver, descendre, tomber, rester, etc. They are all more or less related to a movement. We've got some exceptions like courir, to run. Courir works with the verb avoir. But most of them here, and the graphic is pretty helpful. Okay, so let's see an example of conjugation with the verb to fall, tomber. Je suis tombé. When you speak, you say je suis tombé. Tu es tombé. Again, in spoken French, we've got a contraction and we say t'es tombé. Il est tombé, elle est tombée, on est tombé. Nous sommes tombés, vous êtes tombés, ils sont tombés, elles sont tombées. The negation, je ne suis pas tombé. You remember that when we speak, we don't pronounce the first part of the negation, so the word ne or n apostrophe is not said. So in spoken French, the same sentence je ne suis pas tombé is je suis pas tombé. Je suis pas tombé. The second one, well, tu n'es pas tombé is the correct form, and in spoken French, t'es pas tombé. Il n'est pas tombé, elle n'est pas tombée, on n'est pas tombé. So again here you can replace the n apostrophe. Nous ne sommes pas tombés, or nous sommes pas tombés. Vous n'êtes pas tombés. Ils ne sont pas tombés, elles ne sont pas tombées. Okay? Let's see the agreement, because with the verb to be also there is an agreement, but it is easier because the agreement is between the past participle and the subject. So here in our sentence, je suis tombé, it is a boy speaking because we've got this ending tombé. A girl will say je suis tombé. The pronunciation is, of course, for this kind of verbs the same, but in written French, you need the letter E at the end of the past participle, and this time you know that je is a girl. Je suis tombé. With the subject vous, it's a bit more complicated because you need to know what vous is. Vous may be several things in French. In this first example, vous êtes tombé, so it is singular and formal. Vous êtes tombé. The second one, vous êtes tombé with an S, maybe formal, plural, masculine, but maybe also informal, plural, masculine, and also plural, but a mix of masculine and feminine. This example, vous êtes tombé, it is formal, singular, but just feminine, so you are speaking to a lady. And finally, vous êtes tombé. So vous êtes tombé is feminine, of course, plural, either formal or informal. Okay? But when you speak with this verb, no problem, the pronunciation is the same. Let's see some irregular verbs and a first difficulty. Mourir is irregular because the past participle is mort. Mort with a T, we don't pronounce it, it is the masculine form. The feminine form, we add an E and the pronunciation is morte. Mort, morte. Descendre, the past participle is descendu. You need E, but the pronunciation is the same for the feminine form descendu. Naître is also irregular. The past participle is just né. And the feminine form, né, the same pronunciation. So let's see an example using the verb to go out, sortir. So here, je suis sorti. How do we know if it's a past event or a present event? Well, if in your sentence the context is clear, for example, because you have hier, yesterday, so you know it's a past event. So, je suis sorti is passé composé, and in this case, the meaning is I was out. But actually, je suis sorti, sorti, may also be just an adjective and not a past participle. And in this case, it's present tense. And the meaning is I'm out. For example, someone is phoning you, asking, where are you? And you can say, if you are out, je suis sorti. And it is present tense. Okay? So depending on the context, sorti may be a past participle for the passé composé or just an adjective, and it's in this time it is present tense. That's the difficulty. Let's take another example. Elle est morte. Elle est morte, well, if you have a word to help you, for example, hier, so again, you understand it is a past example. So here, elle est morte, she died, okay? And morte is the past participle for the passé composé. But we've got some expressions, for example, elle est morte de fatigue. And morte de fatigue is an expression saying dead tired. And in this case, it is present tense. She is dead tired. Elle est morte de fatigue. So again, morte may be a past participle or an adjective. And this is the difficulty. You need the context to understand where we are. Ok? However, c'est fini. J'espère que vous avez tout compris. Alors, au revoir, bon français, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. D'accord? Au revoir.